and welcome back to Urban Park, a park with an urban environment, and a very exciting park, a mysterious park, and a park with very bad infrastructure. Not only is this bad designed, I mean this is just a guest trap. They're so going to get lost here, and no, there's not a thing that I can do about it. Well, I've done everything I could. I've placed a map, a vendor thingy here, so if they do get lost, they can buy a map and get out. But the infrastructure isn't just bad for that reason. It's also bad because it's bugged. It's bugging and it's not working as intended. Now, this isn't the first time I tried recording this video. I've spent 45 minutes trying to figure out why we have the situation we have over here. Take a close look at where the guests are. You might not see it as clear over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove any distraction. We're going to change the view, and then we're going to disable the rides. This is the queue. Look, they magically stopped right over here. If I unpause the game, they're just not walking there. Look, see, they're all piling up. They are not walking there. This is open. Look, it's green. Now, I am aware from the Rainbow Valley Park, I believe it was, that if there's a no entry sign, that is just, for the whole vertical line, so if there's one over here, if we were to put the path across it, it would count as if there was a no entry sign too, even though that one's placed on a lower Z level. But that is not the case over here. There are no entry signs. They're just not there. So I don't get why we have this bug over here. It's also not because we're going above houses and that's somehow somewhat buggy. Because they're waiting in front of a tile that isn't above a house. So I don't get that either. The handy dude can walk there. And if we are going to close down this coaster, all of a sudden, all the guests will walk up there. Now, I know the solution to this problem, but it took me 45 minutes to figure out. And, well, we were well in September, and I lost a good 100 guests, and I was like, nah, this is just cheesy, So, when I did got the solution, I loaded up the game again, and now I know what took me 45 minutes to figure out. So, just to show you how buggy it is, they're waiting right now, huh? They're not going anywhere. I will close it. Look, they all of a sudden all can walk up there. Now, I've tried all kinds of things, removing the path, rebuilding it, and even recoloring it. I even tried heightening it, and it all didn't work. The only thing that I found that worked was by relocating the entrance. And that is exactly what we're going to do. So, we are going to relocate this entrance. We'll move it a few squares over there. And then we'll just rebuild the queue, or extend it rather, all the way up till there. And now, at least, when just moments ago when I had the game loaded, this worked, and I do hope that it does work right now too, and we can find out if you enter. You do! Look, it's fixed! Yeah, man, I mean, I know it's cheesy to reload the game, and I don't think I've ever done it, but this time I feel that it was justified, because this was bugging. You saw how oddly it was bugged, and it's even weirder because right now they can just pass over here. There's no issue walking past this spot. It was just the entrance being on a... I don't know. This game sometimes is an enigma to me. Anywho, we now have 900 guests in the park. We got this section. Let's quickly do our routine checks, and then, pricing first, and then we will continue with our expansion, because that is imminent. And yes, I've hatched a plan for something over here, but it isn't the immediate next step that we are going to take, because I think that we, the last well, I don't know, good batch of rides, like half a dozen rides that we added have all been tracked rides. And I think that we're getting a bit out of balance when it comes to tracked rides versus slam down rides. So what we're gonna have to do, in my eyes, is place a few of those lovely slam down rides and those areas for over there. We will get to in a moment after we've done the pricing check. Now, this is a known story. The rest seems to be performing pretty alright. Does it? Yeah, there's still even folks going on over there. Vandalism check then, equally as important. Don't want this to ruin our park, really. So we need to stay on top of this. I don't know, I don't trust that bench over there, though. No, it looks completely fine, actually. In fact, all the benches over here look completely fine. Wow. Alright, good job, guards, I guess. Nice. Over here, nothing looks broken. And I'd be surprised if anything was broken over here. This new section that's not crowded, it's kept clean, and there's nothing there yet. It's just that this is... it's bugging me. Now, if we put back on the gas, yeah, look at this. There's still crap loads of them coming. The good thing is, you know, usually guests start leaving when a lot of them start thinking that it's crowded, but because we have such an insane amount of infrastructure in here, we can just pack the gas, and they won't be likely to leave that quick, especially because they need to walk miles and miles before they can spend anything. Bad thing is that we won't be getting money that quick. Anywho, we did our checks, so the expansion then, huh? Let's get into the right view for this. Now, this is pretty much where we left off, and if you take a look, there is this very nice section over here where I intend to just enter, well, over here in the center, go to about here, and then if you ask me, in my humble opinion, I think we should be able to hook up 4 rides. That's what I'm aiming for, but 4 rides, that could be a tad bit difficult, though if we incorporate the height differences proper, then I think we should be able to get away with stashing 4 slam down rides in there. Now, I haven't even checked whether or not we have those, so let's do that now. We can build the dome. We cannot build the... No, I think we can actually build the Garvatron. We can build the tower, because we don't have that. And the tower, and I guess what we then also need is a... well, I guess a circus show or something. I mean, we don't have that either. So we do have the rides needed. That's a good one. Alright. Well, to that end then, because that's what we're going to be doing, and we're going to be building those rides, and they should earn us a good amount of cash. I've also been thinking that perhaps we should build a connection over here. Can I do that? I can. Nice. Right. If we're going to do that, then we would need to buy some land, and I'm thinking of just starting with I don't want to buy this as a whole, because that's just too expensive for us. So we're going to do it bit by bit, which means first this, so that we can create the loophole here. There. Then I want to enter over here, so we need to get ourselves a way around to that section, which should be like this. Now, if we then go to the buy land option, we should be able to... I'm just gonna start with a quarter of this area and see what we can do with that. We should be doing quite alright when it comes to right placement on this one. I don't really know how the path placement's going to be there, because the right's going to be over here. Now, say that we enter from a 2 height difference. I don't see why we should lower the path, we only need it to go up. So if we have the ride on the same height level, that means that we need to lower this pointy bit. We then place it. We have the exit hook up directly, and then the queue somewhere over here. So from this third tile, we could go up 2 levels, which is what we should do as well. You know, we're gonna try and stack it in a, I wouldn't say cheesy way, but optimal use of a limited space way. There, that sounds very, very luxurious. Crap. Now, no. Come on, game, work with me here. I'm trying to do cool things. You need to facilitate this. There. No, like this. Right, and then from the third tile onwards, we can go up. There. Right, then we need to terraform this, so we'll lower it. Like this, good. And now, all that we need to do really is place a ride. So why don't we start out with the dome? I mean, why not the dome? So we'll build the dome here, and immediately I see a fault in my plans. Well, it's not really like a fault in the plans themselves, it's just a fault in the execution, because what we need is we need to buy an extra stretch of land over here in order for this to work, because of this, of course, you know. So right, nothing to worry here. We got it all going very smoothly and under control. I was just derping it up for a second. Now, if we do it like this, this should, in theory, work out. And if we then construct this backwards, we should have optimal coverage there. Good. Right. That's one ride covered here. Now, we'll quickly set this one up because, I mean, of course we need to set this up. New rides, you know. But the thing is right now that the other ride's going to be too higher, and with this entrance being at the border, the other entrance going to be one tile inwards, which should allow us to build both the entrance and the first queue path above this path. So yeah, it's going to be really stacked, really cramped, with a decent queue size, hopefully. So yeah, this should be quite a gas trap as well, but in a good sense. Unlike them getting lost, this should be in a good way. Another thing, by the way, that I have been thinking about is getting ourselves that underground transport ride, though underground coasters have my preference more. So yeah, I'm a bit in dubio, I haven't decided on that one. Anyway, we'll up this to $5. Yes. Cause it's all about the money. Dum 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 dum. Whatever. And we will call this yeah, the Urban Theater. There. Because that's what it is, right? Oh no, we wouldn't do descriptions of rides because, yeah, that's just lame. We need to get something cool, something attractive, you know? Something like Dollywood. There. The D for damage, right? So, yeah, just in case you didn't notice that. Dollywood it is, and in terms of coloring, I guess we could go with a dark blue and a white on it. Which actually turns out to be grey, but it's intended as white. What does the grey look like then? That looks way too dark. I want the white then, yeah. Good, so now all that we need to do is get the right movie, which is Space Raiders as ever. You know, in terms of variance on that end, we're not doing that great. But that's okay. Now, we'll get some, you know, well, exterior, interior down. You know, benchifying the whole area. And a few trash cans as well, including on the slopes. Now, what we also need is staff. Staff is very important for the success of this endeavor. And I do feel that with this mega large, super new area out there, Oh crap, no. That's not what I wanted to do. With this mega new area out here, I feel that we could use, and it's justified, to hire ourselves another loose walking mechanic, which we should do right now. Because the park's just so big, and I'm not going to... Yeah, but what we could do is this, of course. One entertainer for such a massive park, You go into this park and you're like, have you seen the entertainer? What, there's an entertainer? It's just that's rare to see it, but we do have two now, and that should improve the situation. Now, the next ride, so we are going to buy the remainder of this end of this newer section that we're building in, which also should include this line of tiles. Now, the path, this is, of course, very important. Wow, look at that, 3 trash cans, man. That's crazy. And yeah, we need to terraform over here. Well, it's not as bad as I thought it would be. Now we are going to place the second thrill ride, which is you. And we'll place that over here. Entrance will be over here, that's a given. Exit will be over there. Look at that. Nice. So now all we need to do is hook this up. Let's see. Wow. I know this isn't the beauty prize winning setup really because of stacked queues and whatnot, and I dislike that quite badly, but yeah, in such tight space I really feel that this is, pretty much the only option that we have, so we'll run with it. I know it's not that great looking, but hey, you can't always roll 600 dice in such a cramped park. Besides, we will need the gas. Looking at our guest count, by the way, it's only April and we are freaking close to reaching it. We might even go above the 1,000 already by just placing these slam down rides. Oh, that would be pretty good actually. We could have managed that. If we get that arranged and we end up with a good bit of spare money, then instead of an underground coaster, what we could do, I'm saying could, build the transport ride? Well, yeah, we'll take a look at that later. For now, we need to set this up. We got that sorted. We will go berserk mode straight away because. And let's see. Well, we'll open it up, of course, but we'll also name this. And we will call this the... Well, how shall we call this? Why don't we call this the... Park View. No, no. We should call this the Rover Tax. Yeah. I don't really know. It's just a random name, but it does sound quite cool, and yeah, this is one of the rides for the cool boys, and the ones with the leather jackets and those. Yeah, the cool kids that I never belonged to. Anyway, the color needs to be quite attractive as well, and I want it to be contrasting a little bit to the ride over here, so we're going to play around with a bit of an exciting color range over here, and then with the black and more of this. No, not the pig color, this. I know, it's not like the cool boy colored ride, but it does add a nice contrast, and I quite like how it just fits in with the rest over here, so... I only wish I could change the support colors really, but... well, like I said, you can't always roll 6 on the dice. Now, we will place benches, it's just, well, what we need. And you know what, because this is so far in the park, we are going to have this... play music because it just doesn't have it, and yeah, otherwise it's just eerily quiet. So where would that be though? Music. Right over here. Oh, play it. And then how about we need to listen to this? How about Martian style? Go on. No. Actually, no, that's more. No. Yeah, buddy. That's it. Alright, that's the cool boy thing. It's a bit of a, well, you know, this misleading move over here. It's all girly colored, and then there's, you know, guitar riffs and what have you. Anyway, next ride will be a gentle one to provide a bit of a proper mix-up. So by the next section, which is over here. Yeah, I do need more than 4. I need the first 5 tiles in this one. There. Like so. Right, got that covered. Then we need to remove everything that's built inside, and now it is time to... Oh, actually, the elevation is already perfect. So we're gonna get the circus show in there because it's a nice slam down ride, and I believe it's the only one we have left. So there wasn't much choice there. What? Want, but no, not gonna do that really. I mean, yeah, we should have had that earlier really, but the log film is already quite good, so I don't see any reason to change that right now. Wow, this is actually pretty solid music, you know. I honestly quite enjoy the tunes that I'm hearing. Which is odd really, because usually the music in this game I find like pretty stereotype generic, and if there's anything that I don't like, it's stereotype things, but yeah, it's quite good to listen to, man. So this is pretty much a discovery for me. I know ragtime is good, and the Roman fanfare is also pretty epic, but well, this isn't bad at all. Anyway, yeah, we'll open this one up, and yeah, we'll go about naming it, and we will call this Circus Urbanus. It's a Belgian circus. No, you know, but yeah, I think that's only fitting. We are going to use the canvas tent thingies here because it fits so nice with the circus, you know. I think I'm gonna make this like a standard thing just because it looks so, it just fits, though in terms of scaling this is a real small eeny weeny circus really. If the entrance is as big as the main tent. But yeah, if this were to be scaled, I guess the tent would be this big, which would make it pretty much a useless attraction. So anywho, we're gonna go with black and white, and we'll have green and yellow over here. That looks pretty solid. Quite like the looks of that one. This is all sorted. Right, next! We are blazing through this, but this is good, you know, to expand in a quick fashion. This will be good for our cash and guest flow, so come on, be gone. I guess I can't remove with the by land arrow thingy. Now we'll terraform just these bits, and then we will build, well, pretty much the best of all the thrill rides out there. The tower, the second tower really of the park. Oh yeah, oh man, nice. Up to maximum height, and I actually couldn't think of it, you know, in hindsight. What I should have done is build this tower over there, because it would have had a little bit of a longer queue, and it would also have a little bit of a higher tower. But hey, the benefits of hindsight, we'll call it that, and we'll leave it now. What we could do is extend the queue a little bit by building this over here, but I had thought of keeping this spot open for leading rides. No, we have one tile over there, so we are actually going to do that. You know, because I do want to start leading coaster tracks to wherever I want to build them. From this area, because well, we got it right now, so you know, but that's still possible. I thought for a moment that I had completely sealed off that possibility, because every other ground tile is now barren from any direct sunlight contact. There's no above ground in the open air anymore over here, so yeah, we are covering it up pretty heavily, but luckily there's still options for us. Now if we go over here to you. Close you down, and then we can tune you. First of all, we'll put this to 10 minutes. Second of all, we will charge $5, and look at that. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. We have passed the 1000th guest mark at the 19th of April. I guess a few days earlier because it's already a little bit above 1000, but wow! That is a pretty solid achievement in such a difficult park, really. And the money is just reeking in like crazy, so I'm guessing that we can do some pretty cool stuff with coasters pretty soon. Anyway, yeah, we need to finish this one up. So we need a name. The settings are alright. We'll open it. We will call this the Villa Vigilante. Oh, a bit of an Italian flavor to it, you know. Wow, hear this. Yeah, it's true rock style, man. Nice. I like that. I really like that music. I really feel like I've discovered it, you know. Never really put it on. I can't remember of using it in any rides. Now, for this, I guess we would go with green on the bottom and then a red over here. And then blue for the car, I guess, which would look like this. If we go with ice, looks a little bit better. Then on the other hand, yeah, I guess we'll go with this one. I don't know if this ride is really fitted to be Italianized. What I do know is that this is going to be changed back to the regular. Come on, change back there. Right, well, I know one thing, and that is that our handy dude that is walking over... No, that's not really what I wanted. Our handy dude that's walking over here doesn't even have the whole area covered. So we're going to give him assistance in the form of another colleague covering pretty much the same area. Look. Hold on a second. Let me just disable all of it so that I can actually view what the F I'm assigning. There. Right. Well, I think that we got ourselves a pretty solid expansion over here. We have one tile left that I'm gonna raise that up 3 high so that we can just build from that and go straight above this exit and just lead it to wherever it needs to be, really, you know, so we can build like above here or above wherever we want. But that and more will all happen next time when we play more Rollercoaster Tycoon.